Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Kanisha and today I would like to deliver you a video tutorial about Essential Web Skills 101. So, yes, to be a web developer, what skills that you need to learn? Like what's one of the essential skills? Of course, it's to learn the language that could actually make the website that you're trying to develop, right? So one of the language that is really essential to every web developers across the world is HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language, so it basically is a language that makes the structure of your website. For example, you wanted to add a content and a title in your website, you can add it in the HTML. And so just view it HTML as the bones of your website, the bone structure. And then there goes another language named CSS that styled your bones, like make you attractive. And then there's JavaScript for making the personality or behavior of your website. So yeah, before jumping to like CSS or JavaScript, of course, we need to learn the fundamental of a web developer should have. So one of them is having to know how to use HTML, right? So yeah, let's all start off with the common HTML tags, like the really essential tags to the HTML. It's more likely the structure of any HTML document you wanted to make. Let's learn step by step first. So here I'm on the page of my Visual Studio Code. If some of you don't know what is Visual Studio Code, it's basically a text editor and you can like code in there. So you can also develop a website in this software. So here I made a new file named web test. If how to make a new file, you can just basically just click this icon right here and it automatically makes a new file. And for example, I write as a web index. Okay, so if you want to make an HTML document, it's necessary to add the extension of HTML behind the name of the file that you wanted to make it to. For example, I wanted to make my file name is web index. Don't forget to add the extension. What is an extension? It's basically a dot and then the name of your file type. For example, because I wanted to make an HTML type, I added .html. So the file could actually read that you're trying to make an HTML file. So yes, enter that, and here we are at the HTML file, and it's completely empty. So first we need to make the declaration before starting to actually put in contents in our HTML file. To automatically make the structure of the HTML, you can press the key shortcut, which is Shift 1, and after this, you click Enter, and boom, automatically structure of HTML. You have the doc type and the HTML, and then head and the body, and yeah, the closings of the tags. So in coding, there is a parent tag and there is also a child tag. For example, this we have here is an HTML tag. The HTML tag has its child over here because look, when I try to close the tag, it automatically collides in within one and the name is still HTML. So why is that? I'm trying to give you an example that HTML here is the parent of all of the content and element tags inside of it. Like this is the HTML tag and this is the closing of the HTML. So every element and tags inside the HTML document is uh, yeah, the child of the HTML tag. So HTML is the parent. Now here we have the doc type HTML. Now I'm gonna explain you about the doc type HTML. So basically, doc type HTML, it makes sure that the website reads that this website that you made, the web browser reads the website that you made is actually an HTML made website. So if there's an update, right now is currently HTML5, and if there's HTML will be frequently updated over the next few years, of course. Your website could still be there, like although you use the previous HTML language, you know. So yes, that's what the doc type HTML is for, to make your file of HTML kept there and not gone whenever there's an update. So there's also the HTML tag, and this is the actually the main tag, like the parent of every tag in the document. Now there's the head tag. The head tag is used as a place to contain all of your metadata in your website. So we're trying to make a website. Of course, we needed the content inside the website so it could be displayed, right? But in the head tag, it's not necessarily displayed, but it's more likely when you hover your tab in your web browser of your website. When you hover to the tab thing, it will show your metadata, which you can put in your page title. Of course, we want people to know what exactly this page is for. Although we can actually just display it in the body of the website, we can also put it in the web browser tab name. Here in the head uh, tag. There inside is meta chart set to read your chart set, of course, and there's some viewports and content with device, and then there's also the title of your document. Here I want to change it to my website. Okay, so that's the what the tag head is used for. So it's basically the metadata. And now we're moving on to the next step tag, which is the body tag. The body tag is for you to put in all the contents that you wanted to be displayed in your website, because the body tag is the body of the HTML itself. So here I'm trying to add some tags that is really common. One of them is H1. You can just write H1 inside the body tag, and then there will be a drop down, and you can just click enter so that it automatically it has its opening tag and also closing tag. So H1 tag is a title tag. So if you want to show text, you can just use H1 tag. It's more likely to use as a title text, so it's kind of big. Here I want to say welcome. Then the web browser will show that it's saying welcome. Okay, let's continue on to learn more of the HTML tags. Beside H1 as being the title, it's actually you can use H2 until H6. What's the difference? It's basically just the size. And after, yes, those are the title size. Now we can add P tag. Just uh, click on your keyboard the P, and then you entered, and then automatically does that. And what's the P tag used for? It's for paragraph, and you can add a long text in here, but I prefer to use lorem ipsum. So lorem ipsum is just a dummy text. You can just uh, write lorem inside the p tag, and then you click how many words you wanted to insert to the p tag. I want 9, and then you enter, and it automatically made the dummy text as with 9 words. Now, after that, let's learn more about the element tags. We can try to use the element tags from the multimedia tags sections. One of them is showing up an image. Just write image and then enter, and then you can put your image link into the src. You can first of all put your image in the Explorer here, right here in the sidebar. You can just drop, just what is it called? I'm sorry. click it and put it inside here. You can copy and paste that. And yes, just drag it into the Explorer and you can put in the SRC the name of the image you had. For example, in my Explorer, I already have logo.jpeg and I just put this here and there we go. Wait. Okay, now next there we can also have an HTML tag which is button, and let's uh, give the button some text which is click me. And now this is one of the main HTML elements. We can actually open it with our default browser or we open it with live server to test out the output of our document. If you want to also open it with live server, you can add an extension which is live server. Here is the output of the website. As you can see, there's the H1 that we made, and there's the lorem ipsum and also the button. So yeah, there we have it. And also, where can we exactly find the title? We can find it right here, my website, as you can see as I hovered it. Right. So maybe that's all for the introduction to HTML, the actual essential web skills to become a web developer. Maybe that's all for me. I'm sorry if I had any mistakes or anything. Thank you all for listening to this tutorial. I hope your journey on learning coding could be more eased. You can always uh, search a course, online course. There's so many on the website. Yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.